I've just had some pretty bad news. So, I've been running my own waste removal business for about 6 weeks now. And if you watched my last video, you might remember me telling you that Big Jim, my transit van, was going in for his MOT. And to be fair, I was expecting it to fail and for the van to be off the road for a couple of days. I just didn't expect it to fail as bad as what it has done. So I'm reading this off the gov.uk website because obviously the van is still in the garage. But this is everything that it's failed on. Are you ready? We have near side brake pipe excessively corroded, offside brake pipe excessively corroded, near side rear brake pipe excessively corroded, and the offside rear brake pipe excessively corroded. So all 4 brake pipes excessively corroded. Near side front anti-roll bar pin or bush excessively worn, and the near side rear suspension component mounting prescribed area corroded, significantly reducing structural strength. I presume that's the rust problem all down the side on that sill. Offside front seatbelt anchorage, prescribed area strength or continuity significantly reduced. Offside rear parking brake inoperative on one side, and parking brake efficiency below requirements. So that's 9 things it's failed on, 9 major defects. Then there's also 3 advisories, which in the grand scheme of things, I'm not really worried about too much at the moment. So I've got a decision to make really. Do I cut my losses now and go buy another cheap little van? Or do I obviously pay and get mine fixed? Now that decision is largely based on how much it's actually going to cost me to fix, because I've no idea at the minute. So I'm waiting for a call back from the garage a little bit later today. They're going to let me know how much it's going to cost, and then I can make the decision as to what to do. And on the walk back to the car, I decided when I got home I would just have a quick look at some vans just to see if there was anything in budget that I actually liked. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, maybe. Then about 30 minutes later, I finally get some news. The garage have just called. It's good news. We can afford to get Big Jim fixed. It's not as expensive as what I first thought. Panic over. We can breathe a sigh of relief. Woo! Absolutely buzzing. Got Big Jim back. So it's been a week. So yeah, that's a week with no money, no jobs, and no idea what the hell is happening. But now I've got my van back, we can continue the mission. So what exactly has Big Jim had done? Well, he's had both the sills sorted out. This sill has been patched. It wasn't as bad as the other side, so yeah, it's just been patched. You can see there where it's been done. It still looks pretty scruffy because they're obviously not going to give me a free paint job at the same time. And then this sill, the passenger side, has been completely replaced. It was just too far gone to save. If you remember the last video, you could stick your fingers straight through there. Well, more like 3 fingers. It was quite a gaping hole. And they've been pretty busy under here as well, so they've replaced all the brake lines, which, yeah, that looks good. And then that brake caliper over there has been replaced because that wasn't working whatsoever. So I did tell them to give it a full service as well, just because it had been about 8,000 miles since the last service. Now, it wasn't running lumpy before or running bad or anything, but since having the service, it definitely drives so much smoother. I always think that's the case with any car or van. You look after them and they look after you. They do appreciate a good service. So yeah, he's definitely running a lot better. Time to make it look a lot better. Let's go give him a good clean. Well overdue. And just like that, the van is not only running good, looking quite good as well. Now, with it being used as a waste van, it obviously gets mucky quite fast, so I need to keep on top of it a bit more, I think, really. I mean, this van is single-handedly, without a doubt, the most important thing to keeping my business running. Like, a box van with a sliding door probably isn't ideal as a waste van. But I am just an everyday person who quit his job to start a business from scratch. It's not as if I have an endless money pit available where I can buy a new van, so I just have to work with what I've got. Anyway, I know I whinge about my van quite a lot, but I do really like it. And as much as I'd like a new vans have different types of problems. So you have problems with DPFs, they require AdBlue, EGR, most of them are wet belts as well. At least with my van, it's a timing chain, there's no bloody DPF, and there's no AdBlue requirement. So for now, I think I'm quite happy with my old van. I'm glad to just be out doing work again, and I might as well get my money's worth out of this first. So yeah, I've had my first bump in the road on this journey of business ownership. I'm sure there's more to come as well, because as I've found out, it certainly is not easy running a small business. This last week has taught me that it does only take a small thing like a band breakdown and a small business can be under. In that situation, I think it's so much easier to give up and quit, but that is not what we're doing. I am not going back to my warehouse job, or any job for that matter. Anyway, I want to say a massive thank you to everybody that subscribed to the channel. The subscriber growth has been absolutely insane since that last upload, so I just want to say I appreciate every single one of you. And a lot of you have reached out with messages of support, offering me work, and I'm just overwhelmed by your kindness, so thank you all so much. Another big shout out to my fiance and my brother too. They've both been helping me out in the background, getting their hands dirty, cracking on with the jobs when I needed more than one person, and none of them are getting paid for it, so the business wouldn't exist if it weren't for them helping. So I really appreciate you, thank you. One of the reasons I'm putting this video together is I wanted to highlight the bad parts about owning a business and not just document all the good parts. I'm always going to be open and honest about my business and the losses that I incur. I want to make content that's relatable. I am just an average guy, and honestly, there is nothing special about what I'm doing. The majority of you watching this right now have the capability to do something similar. You can quit your job and find a small business that you can run. Anyway, as ever, thanks for watching. Don't forget to drop us a like and a comment down below if you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't. I think 97% of the people that watch my content aren't subscribed, so get subscribed. Right, I'm off. Catch you in the next one. See you later.